It's a very beautiful but chilly morning here at Rock Creek Lake. Time for a little Sierra Challenge makeup. This was supposed to be day 4, leaving from this trailhead and going up to the Wheeler Crest. These will be a couple of warm-up days before the main event hike planned to Black Giant on Sunday. Just how cold is it here? Pretty darn cold. It said 68 degrees when I pulled it out of the car, and it's been dropping pretty steadily ever since. I don't know how much lower it's going to go because I'm taking off now. There's a few fall colors around here, but most of the aspens are still pretty green. It's okay, fall colors trip is going to be in hopefully a couple of weeks. See a little bit of fall colors over there. Pretty sure this is where we turned off last time to go to 12 Flags. I have to check the map to be sure, but I'll go down this way. This sign looks fairly new. Something else to entice Cheryl and Adam for their bikes. Actually, I was wrong. I am going to go this way. I'll be coming back the other way if all goes according to plan today. So first up is Round Valley Peak, which should be right over there, just below the sun. Okay, this is where we turned off to go to 12 Flags, towards Francis Lake. I'll be heading down this way. Here's the turnoff for Dorothy Lakes. So I guess the Tamarack Lakes are up there. I'll be headed over this way. Passing through this pretty big open area. Round Valley Peak should be up there somewhere. And I'll be headed off this direction. Here's Dorothy Lake, what's left of it. It's pretty low this late in such a dry year. According to my Tom Harrison map, the trail curves around this side and heads back this way, passing by several other small lakes, including a Kenneth Lake. Given how dried up this one is, I'm sure all of those are pretty dried up completely too. Checking my map supplied by Bob, it looks like the first summit that doesn't count for a bonus peak is maybe right up there, with Round Valley Peak just behind it. So I'll be aiming for a saddle over here somewhere. Grass is all pretty brown and dried up. It looks like the willows are changing to fall colors too. But if you look close enough, you can spot some flowers still blooming. Some nice little lupin plants right here. Quite a nice find really late in the season. Back in the shade of this ridge now. Doesn't look too high. Looks pretty steep, but not too bad. It's nice to have Bob's track on my GPS. Looks like he went up a little bit further this way. Maybe taking a more direct line toward the summit. That seems to be something he tends to do. I believe that's Broken Finger Peak up there. Just behind this more reddish peak should be 12 Flags. I don't think that reddish peak is it. I remember there was another high point along the ridge before you got there. Looking a little steeper, but manageable. Steep and kind of slippery in places. Trying to look for the solid rock as opposed to the sand like over there. Looks like it's going to be a beautiful day. They're really starting to get a handle on that rough fire, so I'm hoping that smoke won't be an issue this weekend. Hey, that looks like 12 Flags Peak poking up back there. Okay, I've reached the crest. She looks like a big sand pile. Looking over here, we can see all the way down over to Bishop. Probably have cell phone service too. But I won't call till I get to the first summit of Round Valley Peak. Just as I'd hoped. Very easy traveling up here. Not sure how the rest of the ridge is going to go, but this looks pretty easy so far. Alrighty, looks like we have our first two summits. This is the one that doesn't count for a bonus peak. And then that should be Round Valley Peak over there. Well, either this is the first summit or it's one of those other two little bumps over there. I'll go over them too, but I'll use this as the panorama. So this is Rock Creek's drainage and the Tamarack Bench in front of us. There's Dorothy Lake down there. A little bit of snow on that mountain way in the distance. Might be Mount Abbott. Here's the Owens Valley. And that should be Round Valley Peak over there. Moving on. Okay, according to my GPS, this is the high point. And that's what I have to look forward to for the rest of today. For hopefully finding a nice four-wheel drive road down in here that'll take me back to the start. I think the panorama was better from the other place, because here you got a bunch of rocks blocking this way. That's the high point right there, at least as far as I can measure it. Thought it could be over here too, but that's about a foot lower according to the GPS. Oh well, I climbed that one too. Kind of fun, it's got all these little rock protrusions sticking out here. I think they call them chicken heads. Makes the scrambling very fun, because there's plenty to hang on to. Well, that was fun. A little bit of route finding coming through here. Doing some class 3 stuff, I'd say. Back on the sand for now, though. Almost around Valley Peak. Had to drop a little lower to avoid some of these trees among the rocks. This looks like it could be fun. There's the summit of Round Valley Peak. That's Bishop down there. Rest of Wheeler Crest. Rock Creek. Broken Finger Peak. Might be Mount Humphreys right there. Mount Tom. That might be White Mountain Peak. Or somewhere near there. Having never been there, though, I can't tell for sure. I think that's Patricia Peak right there. There's higher mountains behind it, like Mount Stanford. That looks like where it is. Look at the dusting of snow over there. That might be Mount Abbott. Looks like there's some snow over by Humphreys too. The register's kind of falling apart, so I gotta be sure to hang on to it. I don't see Bob on here along with a bunch of other people. Maybe they're on another page, but I don't really feel like looking for it. I'm afraid all the pages are gonna blow away. Well, I didn't have to look very far. Just right here. So I think that's the other challenge peak way out there. And there's 3 more do not count summits. I think that whitish one there is one. I think that's another. And that's another. The first 2 are kind of along the way. The third one's a little out of the way. That looks like some pretty fall colors down there. Not exactly sure where that is. It's probably where those Davis Lakes, I think they are, drain down into the area by Crowley Lake. Probably not easy access to get there. That's 395 down there climbing the Sherwin grade. Moving on from Round Valley Peak, approaching the second summit that doesn't count. You may wonder why I'm doing these ones that don't count. Well, technically the Round Valley Peak doesn't count either, because Bob won't count it for the challenge, so it's just for fun mainly. And these rocks are quite fun. Check this one out. Little window right there. That's probably it up ahead. Nice little sandy area here. Good little break from scrambling over rocks. I've arrived at the second doesn't count summit. Formidable little summit block here. Pretty nice. I've already been up there, but it's not easy. Requires one of what we call a butt mantle to get up here, but you're still not done. You gotta climb on the narrow edge to the top. Luckily it's wide enough to stand comfortably at the highest point. So there's the first doesn't count summit with Round Valley Peak right there. That road down there I think is the extension of the one I'll be hiking back on. I won't be hiking on that part of it, but I think it goes over a saddle near the Wheeler Crest summit. That's about where I'm supposed to pick it up. Kind of see Crowley Lake peeking around the corner down there. So far, not a single cloud in the sky. Let's hope it stays that way for the next 3 days. As I just found out, if you come around this side, there's some keyholes, especially up here on this spot on the rock, that can get you back down around this way, thus avoiding the butt mantle. Next summit should be just ahead. Made pretty quick work through here. Found a nice flat sandy section. I was able to bypass these little high points here that really don't count. Okay, here's the third doesn't count summit. This one was a little easier. Still had some route finding to do though. You can see Rock Creek Lake down there. Looks like we're going to be dropping a little bit more elevation from after this peak. Still kind of see Crowley. There's Rock Creek Lake. The day they did this on the challenge, I walked around the lake a couple of times, and I remember looking up here thinking, I bet that's where they are. So there's doesn't count number 1. Round Valley Peak. And doesn't count number 2. Now I'm on number 3. I bet that's my return road down there. I should be picking it up right about there. There's probably the crest of the high point of Wheeler Crest. I'm still guessing doesn't count number 4 is this grayish one here. Getting closer, though I still haven't finished descending. Haven't seen anybody else around here today, but I can sure tell that somebody came through here recently. A lot of footprints. Well, I've hit the bottom spot for now. That was a very nice descent from that one. Lots of nice soft sand. Good for plunge stepping. Don't know how nice it'd be to go up it, but maybe you could find more firmer routes. I was intentionally looking for the sand. There's the last doesn't count peak. There's the road over there. That's not where I'm going to be joining it. Looks like somebody had some fun doing donuts over here in the sand. Nope, I'm going up this way. And there's the summit of the last doesn't count peak. Quite thin and quite divoted. And there's the last one. Looks like there's a little bit of a road going up towards it. That ought to make things easier. Very nice view of the Owens Valley from here. There's the last one over there. Still see the cars down there on the Sherwin grade. Still see the roadway over there too. This is probably outside of the John Muir Wilderness now. That's why there can be those roads. That's the high point right there. Looks pretty cool. Might make for a good photo op if there was another person here. Okay, Honda Wheeler Crest Summit. Almost down to the road. A few more tracks in here. Kind of an odd sight, but I guess that's what people do up here. Well, here's the road. there's the other road that it looks like they don't want you going up in a motor vehicle anymore. And on the way back, you just hop over that little saddle and down you go. Sure seems like that ought to have enough prominence. But I'm not very good at calculating that, so who knows. Yep, that's what it says. There are a whole bunch of these green stakes over here. They look like they'd all been knocked down, either by the people that went up there and made all the tracks, or prior to that, so they went up there and made all the tracks. The tire tracks I've been following seem to end here, not surprisingly. Though I think I saw some more higher. Guess we'll find out. Nope, I guess I don't see any more going over this hill. That should be it right there. Here we are, summit of Reeler Crest. There's a benchmark here that says Sherwin. Sun's starting to get a little low, but it's only like 5:30 or 5:45. I still got some time. Still, I'm running low on food and water, so I better hustle on back. Here's the benchmark. Not quite sure how I'm going to go down. Bob went down this way, I think, but finding the road wasn't trivial. But I think it goes over a saddle right there. So if I head down this way, I should be able to find it. Looks like a bit of a reservoir in there. I think there is supposed to be one, but I've just never really been in a position to see it before. That's looking down towards Bishop again. And of course the highway. Alright, probably time to pack up and skedaddle. Almost forgot to sign the register. There's the road I've been looking for. Didn't look four-wheel drive when I saw it before, but it sure does now. Four-wheel drive and high clearance. Starting to get a little dark, but I don't think the sun has gone down yet. Kind of a cool little aspen tunnel this road goes through. Yeah, based on some of the rocks I saw, that makes definite sense. It's like we're just about back to the other road. Made it back. Should sleep pretty good tonight. There's the final stats for today. Yay, I made it back before 8:30.